prepared yet.
You need to try and pick off the units as... Look at the shields on the Martin.
Oh my god, the drone's gonna take them!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Shattered Temple. Oh yes, I bring you Evil Genius's very own IdrA. He is in the green trunks and he is playing Zerg versus his opponent in the close air position, the one and only Nerchio. He is in the red trunks, also playing Zerg.
And both players do spawn in close location, which means that it's most likely going to go into a macro-orientated style build. Because you can scout if there's an early spawning pool, which means you're going to be able to defend against anything early as these overlords come into close proximity of each other. And then it's going to be coming down to if you go spawning pool 13, I'll go 14. If you go 14, I'll go 15. Just getting that one extra drone up all the time.
Getting your economic lead. So it is a bit risky. It'll be interesting to see what ends up happening here. It could come down to a pure micro battle. You never know. We're about to find out. IdrA will see exactly what's going on. He will note the timings, and you can probably expect some mirror-style builds right here, considering both know what the other is doing.
And both overlords are coming into each other's range now at the base and see what's going on. And so far, it's pretty much equal. No player opting to do anything. And we'll have to see, is anybody going to do anything different? We don't know. Look at the production tab. 14, 13 supply.
Scream at the excitement. Scream at it.
I know.
Right now, we'll see as to whether or not it's going to be gas first for IdrA right here.
Okay.
Okay.
Looks like he's going to be going for speed as soon as the spawning pool finishes.
Yep.
Can expand from here after that, or he can add on a Bailey Nest depending if he stays or takes off gas. Compared to that, we do have the spawning pool going down first for Nerchio here, and then the extractor afterwards, more leaning towards a roach style build or maybe late speed.
We will find out. I think it's going to be both, most likely. I mean, the speed will be later, and roaches are likely, especially with that first gas coming up. So we'll see how quick this actually is. It could be crazy. Really, really could. And IdrA not bothering to expand just yet. He's not feeling it.
No, I mean, he can't afford to expand yet, for sure. I mean, especially if he's going to go speed, upgrade. Meanwhile, both players, IdrA does have two overlords inside the base. He's going to move one to the natural, then pull back the other one, just get the scanning information. Is he still in gas? Is he not in gas? And Nerchio likewise doing the same over in IdrA's base. And depending on what is with that gas, if they take out or don't take out, will depend on what the strategy is going to be for sure.
Queen's coming up for both, so those overlords need to start leaving. Of course, both know the timings perfectly, and as a result are buggering off. And Nerchio leaving it kind of to the last minute, but I'm not really too concerned. That should be out of there by the time the Queen becomes a threat. No big creep spread for obvious reasons. And here's that Roach Warren we were looking for from Nerchio, and this remains unscouted for the time being. And
IdrA's still in gas, and yeah, he's going to throw down a Bailing Nest. Okay, so it's going to be a normal Bailing Bus kind of style. Well, not Bailing Bus, more Bailing Aggression. But he's going to be walking into a flat wall, which is the Roach Warren. And Nerchio's still mining gas off 2 drones right now, so he's got a good 150, which means he can build like 4, 5, 6 roaches as soon as that Roach Warren pops, especially because he's building another Overlord on 21, which can open his supply up a lot.
Ooh,
and what's
IdrA might get information right here. He hasn't seen it just yet. Oh, Nerchio pulling back. Is he? He's so very close to actually holding it there. He could have stopped that scout. Now the question is, how is IdrA going to react to that?
He's actually cancelled the Bailing Nest, which is a very smart thing to do. Wants to be throwing down the Roach Warren immediately, maybe expanding from here. Expanding probably first. Okay, he's going to go Roach Warren first. I probably would have expanded and then got the Roach Warren. But that's fine, it's cool, either one's good. And 6 roaches now in production for Nerchio, and speed just about finishing up for IdrA now.
Yep, IdrA is now leaving the base at a rapid pace, considering he's up against roaches in his face. And they are looking to do some damage. Of course, they're not going to be able to do too much, but now, maybe the time to push out, considering he has roaches and his opponent, well, doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, if he pushes out, he could win or could lose really badly. So I think it's safe just to go ahead and expand. He sees that IdrA hasn't expanded either, so his resources have to be somewhere. And then he goes ahead and just gets his own expansion up, and IdrA's putting the drone down too and will expand. And Nerchio's going to see the timing of that. And let's look at the unit count so far. 19 drones for IdrA, 17 for Nerchio. So still pretty close, but Nerchio does have this unit count. He can block the ramp. The thing is, he's got no mobility yet.
Yeah,
he hasn't got
too
speed
slow
yet,
off creep. Yeah. So he's not going to bother going for it just yet, and it's obviously quite the jog over to the other side of the Shattered Temple. So hatchery coming up right here, an Evolution Chamber coming up right here for Nerchio, which to me only indicates one thing, that he's going to go for an early +1 missile attack.
Yeah, it doesn't. You can't use it for anything else, so definitely be going for early upgrades. Great advantage to do. Realizes he's got a build advantage over IdrA. IdrA going for, you know, not an early expansion, going for a Bailing Nest and cancelling it. So Nerchio's got a slight advantage, gets that Expo up earlier, and also gets the melee, the attack range here for missiles.
Yep,
so,
there it is. There it is. Zerg missile attack upgrade at level 1 coming in for Nerchio. And of course, there's no sign of that from the end of IdrA because he does not have a evolution chamber. And that's going to be critical in a Roach ground war. Of course, it comes down to how many roaches do you have and how hard do they hit.
And a little bit of a supply block by IdrA at 42. A little bit of a mistake, going to slow him down a bit, but never mind. He's got lava saved up. He can spend it immediately. And IdrA looking pretty good, but still, let's have a look at what's happening in Nerchio's base. No, nothing yet. Needs to start speed soon, I suppose. Okay, speed is starting now, and I understand what he's doing. I understand TB.
What is he doing?
It looks like he's going to go for some kind of timing attack, I feel, with +1, as +1 finishes and speed finishes together. He can go for like a Roachling all in on 2 base.
That's so well timed. I'm just looking at this.
Yeah.
This is actually really well timed right here.
And
it's going to finish pretty much within a couple of seconds of each other.
And I'm looking at IdrA's vision now with Overlords too. He can't really see too much. Can't see too much of the natural. Can't see how many drones there are. Can't see how many units he has. So this could be a real surprise.
Sees no evolution chamber either,
Yeah.
and I think that's going to be a big deal. So, yeah, this is dangerous right now. This actually could knock IdrA out unless he does something about it. No spine crawlers down at the natural expansion of IdrA either, so his defenses are not in a good shape in order to deal with this. It'll take a little bit of time to move across, but if I know Nerchio, this timing is going to be pretty much bang on perfect.
And yeah, 14 lings in production. IdrA does have a lot of roaches. The thing is, the lings are going to make so much difference, is that the roaches are going to have to fire onto Nerchio's lings to begin with. And he can even get surrounds to prevent any retreating roaches, so it's going to be really difficult. And still, IdrA has no idea. He can't scout what is going on at all.
Here we go, and this is, in fact, he's going to see it coming right now. I have to note, actually, that Nerchio is sending out his roaches first and then his zerglings afterwards, just so that he doesn't have to show everything at once. Of course, he knows the speed will allow him to catch up to the roaches, and now this is going to be a kind of difficult defense for IdrA. He does have more roaches, but he's not good on the speed link out, and of course, he doesn't have that +1 missile attack upgrade.
Oh yeah, the +1's going to make so much difference now, and IdrA's in big trouble now. Can he hold on this? I don't think so. There's so many lings.
That is a lot of zerglings charging into the line right now, smashing through IdrA's defenses and trying to get a good surround action going on. The unit count is dropping rapidly for IdrA as he gets smashed into by those +1 roaches. A lot of extra firepower there. It is making the difference. IdrA trying to hold the line with the Queen, who is on very, very low HP, and he's being forced back. I have to say, admittedly, I'm very concerned about any kind of reinforcements that are coming in. Those roaches are still alive. It is 9 roaches to 7 right now. Those roaches are very badly injured, and here we go. This could be the end for IdrA right now as he tries to hold on as long as possible, and there he goes. GG, a proxy GG, ladies and gentlemen, given. And Nerchio defeats IdrA 3-0 and knocks him out of the IPL entirely. The IPL Season 1 champion has been defeated by the European.
Wow, Nerchio showing his ZVZ once again, beating so many Zerg players in Europe, now spreading his creep over into America, beating all the American Zergs too. That is impressive.
Next up, Korea, ladies and gentlemen, for that guy.
Next up, Korea.
Next
up offline, I think.
Yes, indeed. And Nerchio's Polish, if I recall correctly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. And Mana's Polish, if I remember correctly. Yep. And IdrA now hates Poland, if I am correct, yeah?
It looks like it.
Never mind. Never mind. IdrA is out, and a well-deserved win there by Nerchio, and he, of course, advances to the next round. Congratulations to him. And if you didn't know who Nerchio was, you do now, ladies and gentlemen. My name has been Total Biscuit.
And I'm D'Apollo.
And we will see you next time.